So you want to be a caver. So you want to go with us caving. I just wanted to show you, this video is a typical caving day. I came in today, it's raining. The sand that I was digging is now full of mud, and it's a giant mud pit. I am thousands of feet under the earth, thousands of feet in the back of a cave, along a deep crawl that I just came out of, most of the horrible parts of it, sliding through mud, and taking video is just not an option today, but I thought I want to show you what it's like, a typical caving day. So I'm going to crawl this through the mud, and I'm going to dig at a hole that I've been trying to break through. Eventually we'll break through, it'll come through to a beautiful cave, I believe, and then it'll be this big, cool video, and everyone will see it, you know, on the main page and be like, oh, caving looks cool, it looks scary, I want to go. But this really is 9 times out of 10 what Jacob and I are doing in the caving world. I put all my stuff in this plastic, in this tarp. I just wrapped it up. I was laying on this tarp in the mud, digging. We're just trying to dig our way through this cave. And I'll get through eventually, but it just becomes such a nightmare. And so I'd say it this way: if you want to go caving with us, then this is what we're going to do. We should do that first day out. It'll help us find caves. What most people mean when they say they want to go caving is what they mean is they want to go to a cave that's been established, a route that's fun, where there's fun activities and fun people to go with. We'll get there. I think that's a pretty good way of doing it now. There we are. Yes. So when people say they want to cave, what they almost always mean is they want to go where a pre-established cave is that has a reasonable amount of interesting things to look at, as well as a reasonable amount of challenges. But most of the time, caving, or much of the time, it is this. It is crawling through mud for, you know, a long ways, hundreds of meters on end, to try and find something interesting. Over the course of several weeks or several months, sometimes you find nothing. We're getting better at guessing what might become a cave, so it breaks open into something awesome and interesting. And then we go and we make a video about it, show how cool the cave is, and then that's very exciting. This is less exciting, but this is more what we do. You know, I guess a lot of social media is that way, right? Where I tried on Facebook for a while to post pictures of myself reading books, because I thought, well, that's what I do a lot of. I'll post pictures of my actual life rather than all the cool things. But I think it's fine to post pictures of you doing cool stuff, because that's what's interesting for others. You know, actual fun things that you do. Gotta readjust this bag rather than the boring things. We don't post boring caves because, you know, nobody wants to see that. So that's fine. I'm not mad. I lost my bag. No, it's still there. So even we post our exciting stuff that we do, not the boring stuff. People are far less interested in the boring stuff. We show the cool stuff we do, but then, you know, you see and think that looks cool. But the reality is shaping too heavily in a direction that looks awesome, when the actual reality is most of what we do is not awesome. So do I enjoy this? Well, I enjoy a sense of the possibility of discovering something. So today hasn't been great. I mean, I'm like, maybe I wasted the day because it's just too rainy out. There's flooding and snow's melting. But, you know, you have to take the good with the bad. You have unproductive days. Eat sand and mud, and then hopefully, oh, I'm almost to the end here. You know, this cave will eventually pop open to something big, and then it'll have been worth all that trouble. All the trouble of trying to figure this whole thing out. But until that day, gosh, is this crawl that long? I guess it is. It's a long crawl. Let me push you down a little bit. Oh, it's very sensitive. Okay, so I'm laying in the mud here, and I'm crawling through it. Boy, having a good time. That's just not gonna stay. But you have to commit to your belly, that's what I say. You know, sometimes in life, things are slow going and you can't even walk, you can't run, you can't crawl. And a lot of times the only way you can proceed is if you just lay down in the mud and go. And people don't want to do that. But I'd say that one of the great ways to be successful in life is to be willing to move forward at a horribly slow, horribly terrible pace. Because this is not always faster than stopping. Sometimes it's better to stop and wait for better conditions. But there are occasions where, in the rat race of life, going this speed is going to make you successful when stopping won't. So we crawl. Oh, I'm not particularly tired today or cold, but the mud just makes the work so awful. I'll show you something cool here. If I can get it, yeah. A little bit more. That's the end of the crawl. So I can sort of go up on my knees here. Just ow. I'm trying to get out of there. I just don't care. I'm trying to get to a stand-up area. So all right. All right. Most of the time, when it's raining outside, it only has a small effect on the cave itself. But today, the rain outside is raining so hard, there's so much snowmelt that it's having a profound effect on what's taking place in here. This is, I'll let you listen. This is the driest part of the cave. I go down there. It's pretty crazy. It's like a river in here.
This was about a 5-foot hole yesterday, but see how the water comes up pretty quickly. Wow. Fortunately, back here at the end of the cave, it's a little drier. It's just a river in here.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed our video adventure, please feel free to hit the button which is the subscription, or share with your friends, family and neighbors. However, if you didn't like the video, please feel free to hit dislike, leave a negative comment, or even block us. We consider that to be high praise.
For fully edited, claustrophobic caving adventure videos, please visit our main channel, Caveman Hikes, and see you on the ground.
Here we go.
acceptably fun.